on anything? Like, if you have any thoughts, feel free to go for it.
Sure, yeah.
So, first off, to start, do you believe that sexual orientation is a choice, or do you think that it's something genetically that you're born, like, predetermined to?
For me, I've always thought it was just kind of in you. Like, you don't just one day wake up and like, I'm deciding to be gay today. Like, it's a process, and that's why a lot of people have like, identity politics.
Yeah, it can be a mixture of two, even for some people.
It's with that being like it being a choice on one side of the coin, and then like it being genetic on the other. It's literally just the edge of the coin.
Yeah.
At that point.
It's I don't want to say it's a spectrum, but it kind of is, because it's a mixture of both. Just it's different for people, like individuals, depending on cultural things and all that kind of stuff.
One of like the really popular things, and as far as like sexual orientation goes, is transgender bathrooms. Like that can be really big. I'm sure that both of you have like heard about it a ton already. Do you have like any specific like thoughts on it, and like anything that stands out to you when you think about it?
I support it, honestly.
Like you just think that if you're like whatever you identify with, you should be able to use whatever bathroom you want.
Yeah, I've always looked at it as you're using the bathroom, and the only people who are going to use that are the people who, only people who have like the ill intent of using that, against what it's actually for, and it's already happened. They've already experimented with unisex bathrooms in several states, so it's not even a problem.
Well, it's like that entirely in other countries like Europe. They have unisex bathrooms.
So people are literally just in there to use the bathroom.
It's literally just we need to.
Would you say we're behind the curve?
Yes.
Yeah. Especially to more European countries.
Yeah. That still. Do you think that trans, bisexual, asexual people as minorities per se, like even though they're not racially a minority, but just in terms of being like a smaller group in that way, do you think they're discriminated in any way?
Definitely.
Yeah, they definitely are discriminated.
Like, as a bisexual, it's really hard because people are like, you're not bisexual, you're just like coming out as gay, and I'm like, well, not really, because I'm on like a weird spectrum of I feel this way towards both genders, but it's like I can't just cut that part out.
Yeah, you don't
and
choose. It's just how you feel.
And it sucks because like, oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. With the stuff with like bisexuality and stuff, because of how everyone looks at it now, it's like, oh, you'll get over it in time. Like you'll
They
stay
think
that
it's
way.
a phase.
Like
Exactly.
even within the LGBT community, there are people who don't believe that these sexualities exist, and it's like, to an extent, I can agree with that because some people do it for attention, but there are other people who legitimately believe that they are bisexual or asexual. Like they don't have, or they do have certain attractions based on their own personal preferences.
Do you think that within the community there's discrimination too?
Definitely, hands down.
Are we moving forward from that, or do you think, like, with the situation we've got, with like how judgmental this society is, do you think we can overcome our discriminations, or do you think we're set to just put someone down to make ourselves feel better?
I feel like in time we will be able to get over it, but I don't think anytime soon.
No, like with this
Not
political climate and everything like going on, it's just so much controversy that like topics like this can't even be addressed properly.
Yeah.
Whereas in an ideal environment, we'd be talking about this more openly. Like it wouldn't be this kind of sheltered topic.
We all get too emotionally invested.
Because a lot of people, when they start talking about this, they're like, well, I know this person and they're this, so I'm okay with it. But like, and then they start getting all mixed up in how they actually feel about the issue. And then like, compared to like other countries, it's not the ideal, I guess, thing to talk about because of how in between we are. Like millennials in general, Generation Y is just really open-minded, whereas older
The
generations
previous
are more typically
generations,
conservative. They typically lean towards conservative values, but there are some out there who do believe in stuff.
Have either of you ever personally witnessed discrimination due to someone's sexual orientation?
Not like face to face, but it's like behind their back in a way.
Yeah, you hear like
Exactly, like they'll act
the
nice
gossip of it, but not like the actual face to face.
Yeah.
And like, what was another thing? Like, a good friend of mine, she finally came out as a transsexual, and she basically came out saying like she was bullied in high school because of it, and it sucked because she couldn't really, come out and just.
Yeah,
She
you
couldn't
can't-
be open with
Yeah.
who she felt she
couldn't
was.
be yourself, really.
Exactly, and she almost got I think there was a news story about it, but she, excuse me, she ended up like, I think it was like she ended up almost getting robbed or beaten because it was
Oh, yeah.
this huge thing. It sucked.
It's pretty bad. Like, I don't have any first-hand experiences that I can remember off the bat. If I did, they were probably blacked out for whatever reason. But yeah, it's always just behind people's backs because when you say it to the person, it's just like that's really shady and
People aren't
really shady.
No one's
confrontational
gonna
really anymore.
bring that true intent
Yeah,
of negativity to someone's face unless
Exactly,
there's a
yeah.
real personal matter.
Everyone, every person now is just like their own, a snake in their own little way when it comes to
Every
I mean, basically. Yeah.
Lastly, do you think that like sort of like how not just clothing, but like how clothing and like culturally how these groups of people they can try to identify themselves? Do you think in a way that can single them out, and there are groups of people who like don't like it per se, like how they can be offended by it, just because on a real conservative way, some people can feel like you shouldn't even just try to express yourself that way.
It's clothing.
Yeah, literally,
Like,
it's
that's-
express however you want. Like you see those photos
But you
online.
understand that like
Yeah,
people
exactly.
do get really like
Yeah, they get-
aggravated about
yeah.
that.
I see it
It's-
all the time.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
It's
so
really
it's
dumb.
like the paradigm: those that matter don't care; those that care don't matter.
Yeah, and it's like I'm actually happy with some actions that like celebrities are taking. Like, which celebrity is it? I know that it's like the boy. He likes to dress up in tutus and everything. And I'm like, I support that. And then like some people are like blowing up about it. Like, why would you do that? It's a boy. I'm like,
Yeah, and it's like
let the kid do
It's
what
his
he wants.
choice.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like he's doing anything that's wrong. He's just expressing himself.
He's
Like,
not walking around like
yeah.
He's not a school shooter.
not-
He's not causing
yeah.
terror. He's just
Exactly.
Exactly.
yeah.
And
Playing
he's just
around.
wearing a dress.
I think people just like latch on to something that's different for the sense of making it
It's
a point.
easy to spot,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
so you
Pretty
just
much.
make it a big deal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alright,
Thank you guys. You guys gave us a lot of great stuff. Choice, or that genetically you're born with a predisposition for a gender.
I think you're born that way.
Yeah, you're born to a certain degree where you're like that's where you'll be attracted.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then, are you familiar with transgender policies on the bathroom situation?
I am.
Do you believe that that's like a right situation, like being like a parent? Do you believe that it's okay for someone that identifies, that's a male who identifies as a female, to go into the women's bathroom?
I think it is.
Yeah?
It is. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Do you believe that like transgender, bisexuals, and asexual people are like a minority almost, discriminated by the judgmental aspects of society? Or is there like a progressive way we're going about being more?
I think it's slowly changing that we are accepting. I'd like to see more acceptance.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. There was another question, was so you see that in the future.
I hope so, yes.
So one aspect that we were thinking of was that the clothing that some of these groups of people wear. Do you think that affects how they're viewed by others? Because it can be pretty colorful.
They can kind of like, it's hard to explain, I guess. Like it can be really expressive, and some people they can be offended by like how outward they can be about it.
Some people can be offended, but I just think that you should be able to express yourself, and you shouldn't have to worry about what other people think about you.
Okay.
Everybody should be accepted.
That's great. And lastly, have you ever seen an instance where someone was treated as an outcast or as a minority resulting from their sexual orientation?
I have not.
No, okay. Thank you very much.
I'm glad I didn't, because I'd have to speak up.
So, first question is, like, do you believe sexual orientation is a choice, and that, like, you're genetically born with a predisposition for a gender?
I think you're genetically born the way you're born, and you can choose to change that if you want, but don't expect me to bend to your catered needs.
Okay. So, like,
Like,
they're born how they're born, you believe, but like, what someone's being
Like, at the
too
end of-
extra.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, I know you have a penis. You have a penis. Like, like you're a dude.
Okay, fair. Okay. What's your perspective on transgender bathrooms and that kind of situation? Where they could kind of choose what bathroom they want to use.
I mean, yeah.
Would you be weirded out by?
Like, I think they should just use like the unisex ones, just because like, I mean, yeah, it might be like you actually want to be a woman and like go for you, but at the same time, I don't want a 50-year-old dude just wearing fucking panties and saying he's a chick going in the same bathroom that my daughter's in.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you believe transgender, bisexual, like the whole LGBT community are discriminated and like majorly isolated by society just because?
I think they're isolated by society because, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll still step back and be like, it's kind of weird, but like they do them and I do me, I guess.
Okay, just like turn the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever seen an instance where someone was treated as an outcast resulting in their sexual orientation?
No. Probably. I mean, probably, but I probably just walked away.
It was probably something more like talking behind people's back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I've heard stuff behind people's backs, but I've never actually like seen some like, you know, transgender kid getting bullied in the corner, or else I would have said something. But
yeah. Do you think like in the future people will be more open-minded and less judgmental when it comes to these things, or do you think we'll be more separated?
Most definitely, because like we're at that generation where like we just don't give a fuck, and like if it makes you happy, do it, and if it makes me happy, I'll do it. But like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.